Hi everyone, it's Michelle. Welcome back. So today I thought I would do my suggestions for the Sephora VIB sale. A lot of you have asked me to do a video of what my suggestions would be for the sale. And so I went through and looked at what I'm going to get, and I'm actually not going to buy that many things during the sale because I feel like I've got a lot of things and there isn't anything like, there's not a lot of things I totally want. So I thought I would share quickly with you what I'm going to purchase, at least what's on my list right now. And then I thought I would quickly go through some of my other favorite things from Sephora that if you don't own them, you might want to think about purchasing them. So I've got my phone here so I can look at what's currently in my basket. First off, I want some nude sticks. So I've seen Lisa from Lisa D1 using nude sticks, and they look really cool. And Alex from Monsieur Alex, I think he works for them, or he's I'm pretty sure he works for them. And you know, he's showing them and everybody's loving them, so I want some. So I'm gonna get the concealer pencil in two shades, one to use as a concealer and one to use as a kind of sculpting bronzing pencil. So I'm gonna get two of those. I am going to try one of the Ciate London lipsticks, the Olivia Palermo and Ciate collection, from that one. I'm going to get Truffle. And if any of you have these items that I'm talking about and you think they're really great or you think they're not so great, let me know. I'm also going to get the Laura Mercier Mineral Pressed Powder, the pressed version. I love the Laura Mercier Loose Minerals for setting my T-zone, love them. But I can't really carry them with me, and I'd like to have them for touch-up during the day, so I'm going to try the pressed version. And I wear Real Sand is the color that I wear. And then I'm also going to buy a fragrance. This is a great time to get fragrances if you need one, because 20% off a fragrance is a really good deal. And I have recently smelled a new fragrance, and I'm gonna purchase it because I'm just in love with it, and it is the Donna Karan Liquid Cashmere Black. So very recently she came out with liquid cashmere, the liquid cashmere fragrances, and there's one in white and there's one in black, and the black one is a lovely, it's a little bit sweet. Let me see if it gives a good description here. It's sweet, but it's also very deep. So it says it's black cherry, patchouli, and praline. It's not sweet like little girl sweet. It's kind of a sexier fragrance, and the patchouli definitely brings some of that out. I do believe, I'm not wearing it today so I can't smell it, but I also think there's some wood in it, maybe sandalwood or something. But I am going to pick that up because I'm loving it, and when I get it I'll talk a little bit more about it. So that's all that's on my list, believe it or not. The other thing I think that I'm not getting any this year, but they make amazing gifts, is Sephora does gift sets of Sephora favorites. Like they do a gift set of mascaras, or they'll do a lip set or a fragrance set. There's a lot of those. I'll link some of them below. They're amazing deals, and if you have someone you're looking for a gift for, or you want to like do some stocking stuffers and you want to break them up, they are fantastic. The deals are usually really, really good. So I highly recommend those gift sets as well. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for this year. But I thought I would talk about some of my favorite things that you can get at Sephora. And that way, if you guys don't own these or you want to try them, this would be a good time to try them. So I'm not going to talk very much about the products because I have a lot of them. I didn't pull out everything, but I have a lot in front of me and I want to go kind of quickly. So let's jump in and get started. The first one is another fragrance, and this is one of my favorite winter fragrances, and it is by Atelier Cologne, and it is the Vanilla Encensé. This is just a lovely fragrance. This is a very unisex fragrance, so if you like really feminine fragrances, this isn't for you. But this is like so woody. so woody. It's got this little sweetness there, and then it's just like pure wood. It wears beautifully on my skin. It wears all day. There's a little bit of vanilla, but it's not a sweet scent. It's very woody. I love this. And if you like woody, sort of unisex fragrances, this might be one you want to try. A couple of skincare items that are some of my favorite things that I use all the time and you can get at Sephora. The first one is from Tatcha, and it is the polished rice, classic rice enzyme powder. You can get this in a gentle form or a more aggressive form. I like the classic one right down the middle. It works beautifully. It's just a powder. You put it in your hand, add a little bit of water and turn it into a paste and just kind of massage it on your face. It's a wonderful, gentle exfoliator. Then you can also leave it on for a couple of minutes and let the enzymes do their thing too. I love this. I have purchased several of these. I love it. I love it for exfoliation. They also have a spray that I heard is amazing. I haven't tried it, but they do sell it at Sephora. Perhaps I'll add that to my list. I also wanted to talk about my favorite toner. It's not really a toner, it's more of an essence or an infusion, they call it. But this is by Fresh, and it is the Black Tea Age Delay Instant Infusion. So I started using this after I had used up my SK2 facial essence, and I love the SK2. You can buy it at Sephora. You can get it at 20% off right now on the sale, 15 or 20% off. But it's really expensive, and while I think it's amazing, I think there are other ones that are just as good. This is one of them. I love this. So it's a treatment toner, protects and moisturizes. This goes on after you've cleansed your face. You just sprinkle a little bit in the palm of your hand, and then you just kind of do this and then press it into the skin. Don't put it on a cotton pad because you really want to just press it into the skin. It's very much like a water. This one has a little bit, it's not totally clear because there's some other things in here, but it really does make the skin feel hydrated and prepares it for sort of what's to come next. I love using these. I absolutely love using these, and this one from Fresh is really, really great. It smells like black tea. It smells like tea. So it's really nice to use. It's very calming on the skin as well. So I love this. I've talked about this before as well. Okay, Sephora brushes. I own a few of these. I'm going to talk about two of my favorites. Sephora makes really nice brushes, actually. The collection that looks like this, they're really nice. They have some that are synthetic and some that are real hair. I don't know about these two, whether they're synthetic or not, but the first one is number 59. This is one of my favorites. This is just a powder brush. You can use it for powder or bronzer. It's really soft, not like my Wayne Goss brush soft, but they're really soft. They're really nice. They hold up really well. They don't, it doesn't shed on me. I love this. And I also love the number 79 contouring brush. I don't really use this to contour because I think it's too soft, not dense enough. But I love this for highlighting or putting powder in my T-zone when I'm trying to just powder a very precision area. These are wonderful brushes. The other brushes that I will talk about from Sephora that I think are really, really great are the Marc Jacobs brushes. I own several of these. This is the face number 1. This is super soft. These are synthetic. They're super soft. They clean beautifully. They don't shed. I love his brushes. This is great for foundation. This is great for buffing mineral foundation or powder foundation on the skin. It's lovely. They are really, really well made. I will say that. They're expensive, but that's why sometimes, you know, when it's 20% off time, it's a good time to buy the things that are a little bit more expensive. I highly recommend his brushes. I don't have anything bad to say about his brushes. I also love his concealer brush. I use this brush every single day, every day. Love them. So I highly recommend the Marc Jacobs brushes as well. I'm trying to decide where to go next. Let's talk about a couple eyeshadow palettes. This is a great time at 20% off, 15 or 20% off. It's a great time to splurge on some palettes. So I'm going to talk about a couple. The first one I'm going to talk about are the Vizart palettes. I believe that's how you say it, Vizart. These palettes are expensive. I think they run $80. I think they're wonderful. If you're going to buy one, I would recommend you buy one of the matte ones. And the reason why is matte shadows are hard to get get right, have them blend beautifully and last throughout the day and that kind of thing. And they do that so well. This is the, I think it's the #1. What is this? #1 Basic. This is the Warm Neutral palette. I love this. There really isn't any, this is amazing for matte shadows. They're absolutely amazing. I think all of the palettes, I own one of the non-matte palettes and I love it. But I think that a lot of companies do really good satin and shimmer shadows. Not a lot of companies do amazing matte shadows. So if you're gonna splurge, because these are like $80, I would get the matte ones and not necessarily the shimmery ones. Although they're just as good, you can find really good shimmery shadows at a little lower price. Although you get a lot of product in here for the $80, so it's sort of a balance. But at $80, you know, you're gonna save $16. It's a really good deal. I love these palettes, love them. If you are looking for a really good matte shadow palette, but you don't want to spend the $80, I'm going to talk about another one you can get at Sephora, and that's the Too Faced Natural Matte Palette. I love this palette too. This is beautiful. You know, there's a really warm row, there's kind of a more neutral row, and then a little bit cooler toned, but I would call this mostly a warm palette. For me, it wears very warm, but these shadows are really, really great. This is an all matte palette. The shadows are all very, very wearable. They're all colors that you will wear. Other than the names, I love this palette. I love it. It's a great palette for the money, and especially at 20% off, it's amazing. The other matte palette that I will quickly talk about that I don't have it here, it's in my kit right now, is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette. I love that palette too. I use it all the time. It's packed in my kit right now, but I love that palette, and you can buy it at Sephora as well. Okay, let's talk about a couple of, one of the things, my absolute favorite bronzer, it's the only one I use anymore. I don't know, for a year and a half, maybe I haven't used anything else except this, and it is the Armani Sun Fabric bronzer. I love this. Mine is almost gone. I wear the color 100, but there's several shades that you could get in here if you are darker than me. This is a beautiful, beautiful bronzer. It is, I would call it matte. There is a slight, maybe sheen slight in there, but it does not translate on the skin. I love this. This is what I wear every day for my bronzer. Summer, winter, I love it. It's perfect. And when Sephora does these kind of, you know, discounts, that's the time to splurge on maybe brands that are a little bit more pricey. So they do sell Armani products now. I highly recommend this one. They also sell Kevyn Aucoin products at Sephora. And if you are looking for a good contour powder, I highly recommend the Kevyn Aucoin Sculpting Powder in medium. This is a cool tone powder. Easy to use for sculpting. It blends beautifully. It is matte, 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 which is what you want when you're going to use a contour powder. I don't contour every day. I just don't. I feel like my face is angular enough. Sometimes when you get older, you want your face to be a little bit softer and not quite as angled. And as I've gotten thinner, I find when I contour, sometimes I can look a little bit older. So I don't contour every day, but this is an amazing contour powder. Love it. Okay, what else do I want to talk about? Quickly, I'm going to talk about some blushes that I love. And I don't have them in their original packaging, but I love the Tarte Amazonian Clay blushes. So these come in individual packaging, but they're just magnets. They're just magnetized in there. You can pop them out and put them in a Z palette, and that's what I did, so I don't have to go one by one to do that. I love these Amazonian Clay blushes. They wear beautifully on the skin. They have some matte ones. They have some with some sheen on them. I really, really enjoy them, and the reason I wanted to talk about them is this year, I think they do it every year, but this year there is another blush palette from Tarte. I think there's 5 blushes in there. That is an amazing deal. I'm holding myself back from buying it because I feel like I have enough blushes. I don't need another blush palette, so I'm not going to get it, but it's a really good deal, and there's a lot of reviews out there about it, and I think the blushes are probably pretty amazing in there as well, so I highly recommend that. Okay, let's talk about a couple of lip products quickly. Oh, let's talk about mascaras. Some of my favorite mascaras they sell there. Urban Decay Perversion. I love this mascara. I like that they sell the small one there because it seems to me like the formula in the smaller ones is better than the formula in the full size. I don't know why that is, but it just seems to me that that's how it is. So I buy the littler ones there. I think it's like $12 or something. Good time to stock up on those. I also love, and this is a trial size, but I buy this in the full size all the time, the Clinique High Impact, another one of my favorite mascaras. They sell this there. This is sort of more of a mid-range price point, so is the Urban Decay really. So these are pretty good deals, but I love both of these mascaras very, very much. Okay, quickly, let's talk about a couple of lipsticks that you can get there. My favorite lip formula that you can get there are the NARS Audacious lipsticks. I love these. If you don't own these, do yourself a favor and get one. They are sort of a semi-matte. I wouldn't call them a matte. I am wearing this color today, which is Anita, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this is Anita. These are beautiful. They wear on the lips like a cream lipstick, not like a matte lipstick. But they last so long, but they're non-drying. I love this. This is probably my favorite lipstick formula by far. I love this because of how long it wears. It stays in place. It doesn't bleed in your lines. They're amazing. They have lots and lots of colors. This just happens to be my favorite, so I wore it today. It's just a rosy nude. What else? But Brigitte is beautiful, Anna is beautiful. They have lots of colors, nudes and more deep shades as well. So if you don't own a NARS Audacious lipstick, I think you should own one. The other one I pulled out because you can get it there, and I love these, and I don't hear people talk about them, but I like the Laura Mercier, what are these called? Gloss sticks? Stick Gloss. This is the Laura Mercier Stick Gloss formula of lipstick. And this is a it's a it's like a lightweight formula that's very glossy, but I really like it. It's very moisturizing on the lips. It's very sheer, but this is in the color Courtesan. I love this. If you're a nude person, which I am, I should have brought it up here, but Brown Sugar is like lip perfection. These don't wear long like a lipstick or anything like that because they are you know, they're sort of that lightweight glossy lipstick, but I really do enjoy them. So, and this is one of my favorite colors, this Courtesan, and then the other one is Brown Sugar, and that is a beautiful, beautiful nude. Did I cover everything? The other thing I am going to add to my list for this time is I am going to purchase another one of the Urban Decay 24/7 Waterline liners. I really am enjoying this. Yeah, I'm really, really enjoying this. Is this going to make me let go of my hourglass? It's getting close. So there. This goes on really, really nicely. It blends beautifully if you want to, like, because sometimes I take my finger and then I blend it a little bit in between the lashes. It works really, really well. For me, it stays all day. It doesn't transfer onto the lower waterline. And I love that it comes in different colors. I chose the color Rail, which is not black. Although, if you look at it, it's very, very dark. It's a brown. It's like a coffee brown, so dark, but it's not black. So it's slightly softer looking, which, you know, at my age is always, I just saw something else I want to talk about. At my age is always better to have something just a little bit softer. The other thing they have at Sephora, they don't have it in any of my Sephoras, I don't think. I don't know if it's in any of them, is the Surratt line, the Troy Surratt line. I love this lipstick. This is, can I read it? Lip Sleek, SL, or Lip Slick, maybe? I'll put the name below. But this is in the color Gamine, which is just a beautiful peachy nude. And again, this is a sheer lipstick. It's right here. But it's beautiful. The color is beautiful. You got to build it up a little bit, but it's very moisturizing. I like things like this in the winter because it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a little bit hard on my lips for the next 6 months. I don't know. So I like a lightweight glossy lipstick sometimes that makes my lips feel a little bit more moisturized. And this one from Troy Surratt, this is the only one I've ever owned of his, but I really, really enjoy it. So, you know, maybe I'll look at another color too. So those are some of my favorite things that you could buy at Sephora. Hopefully I didn't rant. I don't know how long this video is at this point. And like I said, I'm not buying very much, but I talked in the beginning about what I was getting. So that is it for today. Please share in the comments what's on your list, or if you're going to, are you going to splurge at Sephora on the VIB sale or not? That is it for today. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, and I will talk to you all again soon.